You know what the deal is, don't you, with Sonicbond? Make a sonic bond in your heart. You know, the publishing company. They have tried to diversify recently by concentrating on one album or one period or even sometimes one band without using that very good idea that they alighted on so long ago. And they've done a ton of them now, these books. The On Track, Every Album, Every Song series. And it's an interesting idea. This one is about Deep Purple. And you could say, well, all right, I'll just do all of Deep Purple, every single one of them. I'll do every single bit of Deep Purple. And it'll be about a 600-page book. So that won't really work, will it? So what we're going to do is they're going to give you a period of Deep Purple, and this will be one they came back. When they came back in 84. It's from Perfect Strangers. You must remain perfect strangers. That's not really a very good impression, is it? It sounds like some kind of folky thing. Doesn't it? But anyway, it's rather good because you need a good story, really, because you're dictated to, I suppose, by the every album, every song thing. And so you're going to need something good. And this Deep Purple 84 to now, taking in their resurgence and ups and downs, is a blooming good story, actually. The resurgence is good too. And some writers kind of get in the way of that with a bit of sort of schoolmasterly or schoolmarbly, if I may say, use those phrases, and I have, wagging finger sort of thing. This is a terrible album. This is an album which is my favourite. Oh, I don't like that one. Well, I like it. That sort of thing. Now, Phil Kafkaludes, I had to read the name, I want to make sure I get it right, isn't like that. He doesn't fall into that kind of trap. Fall into the trap. And what's next? Shut your trap. Oh, I only asked. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, this book doesn't give you that sort of, oh, well, it's not really as good as he does. There are certain albums he likes more than others. I mean, he's not massively keen on Perfect Strangers. He feels it's a bit patchy. I would agree. He doesn't agree with me that House of Blue Light is a better album. I'm the only person in the world who thinks that, aren't I? And he also, which really good, bucks the trend around Perpendicular. He likes Perpendicular. Abandon, he's not so keen on. So that, but he never says, oh, well, this is not very good, I think you'll find. Doesn't do anything like that. It's written with a real ease. It doesn't give us any kind of authorial voice, which sometimes, with some writers who are more florid, is good. And sometimes when they're less florid, it seems a bit egregious. This one is just, this is what happened. And actually, with the comings and goings and Richie Blackmore being there and not being there and the feeling with Ian Gillan and the different producers and coming back with Bob Ezrin. And also, I didn't know this, the way that Steve Morse left the band. He left to look after his very ill wife, didn't he? And it says here in the book that that he asked for another year off and was told, no, I think that's it, mate. Really, really interesting. I mean, I don't... it's got a quote from Steve Morse that sort of says, well, I'm sure they're much happier with the excellent work of Simon McBride. It sounds very nice, but it also sounds like he's saying, well, maybe I'm not that good. You are, mate. You blooming well are. You were and are. But Simon McBride has really changed things for them. He has added more crunch. And I saw them play live last year. My word, they were good. They were re-energised. So what Phil likes, the writer Phil, is that, Ted the mechanic and Phil the writer, is that, so there's a joke from one of the albums that's in this book. See if you can guess which one. I think you'll know. He gives us all these albums in a very easy easy way. He's very keen on the later albums. He's very keen on Whoosh and Rapture of the Deep and Infinity and even the Covers album. Yeah. I like the cover of that album, but I don't like the covers. Well, I do like the covers, but what's the point? What's the point? Well, to show you a really nice cover for the covers inside. Anyway, yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Slaves and Masters is covered. You know, The Battle Rages On, or The Cattle Grazers On, as it was called, by Richie, I think. All of that's in here, and the comings and goings, and the shortcomings and resurgence of the band, who were fantastic when I saw them with Don Airey and all of that. And, you know, and leavings and passings and that kind of thing, and John Lord and all of that is all covered here, but not with any sort of, rending of clothing or breathless fan stuff. It's just given to you. That's really disarming, and I really like it. Lets the story talk for itself, because it is, let's face it, a bloody good one, isn't it? Ta-ta.